For a young man, if you're 28, 29, 30, 35, and you're single, that's heaven. That's paradise. It's freedom. You're living the life. You can enjoy travels and road trips. But if it comes to the same woman, for example, they have a daughter and they have a son, but it comes to the daughter, of course that's not going to happen. She's 28 now, and she's single. Is she going to wait all her life? Maybe she gets married at 40. Should she not travel until she's 40 years old? She's going to be in prison. She can't go out of the house, and she has to live as a prisoner for the rest of her life. Times have changed. Back in the 1960s and 1970s, 2/3 of women would be married prior to the age 30. But today, listen to this, only 20% of women are married before 30. And only 50% are married before 35. Times have changed. Humans have evolved. So, if she's going to get married at 35, why can't she have her freedom? Just like your son does. Why can't she enjoy her life just like her son? If she's doing something haram, he also shouldn't be doing something haram. If you're teaching him morality, teach her morality as well. If you're teaching her ethics, teach him as well. If it's not okay for her to come back at 6 a.m., it's also not okay for him to come back at 6 a.m. Those double standards and the encouragement of double standards have driven a huge number of influential individuals, the Khadijas of our community, outside those four walls. Pressure from the family, the pressure from the friends, from the community, that marriage solves all the problems, that the solution to all your miseries is marriage. That you have to soon get married. If you don't get married, you're going to die alone. If you don't this, you're... The pressure creates anxiety. The pressure creates self-hate. The pressure creates depression. And who wants to be around people who are going to cause us anxiety and depression and self-hate? And the guilt. That what have I done that I'm single but my friend got married? Maybe I have done something wrong. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Let me say this, and take it with a grain of salt. Because of the pressure, so much pressure, that why aren't you married? Now you're 30, now you're 31, now you're 31 and a half, now you're 32, get married, have kids. So they feel there's something wrong with me. I don't know how to say this, but sometimes you see, mashallah, good looking woman, they're okay, they're fine. But then, because she's not married, and then you see, she comes, lips are this big. What happened? Botox. Wallah, you looked better before the Botox. But it's because of the pressure that maybe, if I do Botox, I'm going to get married. The guilt. Maybe I am sinful that I am not married. There is one top reason why we have single, young, professional women in our community. One top reason. It's because we also have single, young, professional men in our community. But nobody goes after them. Okay, she's 35, but he's also 35. He's 32. She's 32. How come it's okay for him, but it's not okay? If we talk about the concept of marriage and family building in our community, should be for all. And more importantly, if she's still single, it's because, I have to say this with all honesty, because I was sent 5-6 stories. And the last I heard, this is coming from a young professional woman who's making amongst the 10%. She said, my husband, he beat me. Physically beat me. Why? Because I didn't give him my salary. She said, no, but Said, I give him every month. And the end of the month, I give him my whole paycheck. But I hadn't received my paycheck. So he got upset. Why should people have to live with children, little boys that look like men? This guy is not a man. He's a little boy. He just looks like a man. A man who wants his wife's money, this is a man? A man who gets married because this wife makes more money than I do, so let me marry her because she owns her house and she can buy me a car and she can buy me, she pays the mortgage and she pays the bill, and you call yourself a man? Honestly, we have to think of how to change things within the roots. There's problems. There's grassroots problems that need to be changed. If your wife makes $1 or $1 million, it is haram, not aib, not makruh. It is haram for a man to even think of taking this money from her. If she willingly and happily wants to participate in the mortgage and the whatever, that's her choice. But it is haram for a man to take anything from her. Those are the basic requirements of being a man. Please, let's understand.